Hello friends, and welcome once again to the Gesundheit Kitchen. My name is Hans Rueffert and I am a gastric cancer patient, survivor, as well as a member of the Gastric Cancer Foundation's board of directors, and a bit of a foodie know-it-all. I love food and everything about food. And obviously my life has taken a bit of a change since I've had my stomach removed, but I'm still passionate about food. It's just in a different sort of a format. So I always try to look for ways to sneak more nutrition into my diet and share those tips with you. And you've been hearing a lot about kale over the last decade. And it's a superfood, a power food, but it is tough to chew sometimes. And it's one of the things we deal with post-gastrectomy or partial gastrectomy is how are you going to get the nutrition out of this stuff? Well, this is going to become my surrogate stomach. And so on the kale, and I'm using lacinato kale, I always like to remove what's called the rib. And the rib is this sort of hard fibrous piece that runs down the center of the plant. Totally edible, lots of nutrition, lots of fiber, but it is also very stringy. So it's just as simple as I fold the leaf in half and then just slide the knife down, and you really can kind of do this with your hands too. You can just sort of pull it out if you don't want to mess with a knife. But this is the more tender, easier to sort of work with and chew than the ribs. So this can go into a salad later. But these stems, I'm going to cut them just to rough chop them so that they fit into the food processor, and we're going to make a pesto out of this. And very simple to make and delicious and full of everything good about kale without the sitting there chewing and chewing and chewing. So into our food processor, and this is from a bunch. When you buy a bunch or a head of kale, that's the stems from one entire bunch. And into that, I'm going to put about 2 cloves of garlic, and you can put in the whole cloves or you can put in minced, but do use fresh garlic. What a huge difference. And you also get those antifungal, antimicrobial values from the fresh garlic. And into that, I'm going to say it's about a half a teaspoon of salt, somewhere in there, up to a teaspoon. I mean, it's kind of one of those things you don't want to taste the salt, but salt is a natural extractant, and it helps kind of pull out kind of the flavor. So it's about to get loud, but as this is whirring and running around, I'm going to add some good olive oil into here, and that's going to create that pesto, that paste that we're looking for. And you can make this as smooth and creamy as you like, or you can leave it a little bit chunky, which is what I'm going to do for this particular version, because I'm going to use this as a sauce for some penne pasta. So I'm going to take my unbelievably fresh pesto and add it to some penne pasta that I've already cooked, and I have here simmering with just a little bit of olive oil to get that moving. And then you can add anything you want to this. If you want to add even more kale, I could take then some of this, the leaf here, and roll it up and do what's called a chiffonade, which basically just means thin ribbons. So I can cut this, and just like with the other, I was using the food processor as my teeth, but kale can hold up to some pretty aggressive chopping, so you can cut this pretty fine. It's not delicate at all. So just one more time through here, and then I'm going to add this to the hot pan and let that wilt in there. But this becomes it's full of flavor, it's full of fiber. It's you don't have to sit there and chew it and chew it and chew it, which kale is famous for, of being this obnoxiously chewy vegetable or leafy green. But by throwing it in here, not only am I getting that flavor and health benefits, I'm utilizing what would have been kitchen waste or compost. And I love trying to find ways to use everything on the entire plant. So, very simple, very quick, full of flavor, customizable. If you aren't quite ready for kale, try it with spinach. Try it with a little seared romaine lettuce, works fantastic in something like that as well. So when you have one of those windows, you have hunger, you know you can get something in, using a sauce like this, and try using some of the alternate pastas now that are made with lentils or quinoa or brown rice, and so you get a little extra protein that way as well. Your favorite hard cheese, like a Parmesan or a Romano, maybe some tomatoes along the way here, and a little crank of a good salt and pepper blend, And that is a quick, easy, delicious, nutritious, it's the kind of thing we do again and again, and I hope you aren't bored by that, because if so, you're watching the wrong channel. I'm constantly getting excited by ingredients, looking for new ways to kind of sneak in some nutrition, not in a nefarious way, but in a way that's sort of celebratory. I look forward to utilizing kale in a salad dish, and you'll see that right here on gastriccancer.org. And as always, take care of yourself. You get to decide every day how you feel, and food like this makes you feel fantastic. Look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, take care.